Watch a march in a pit. Mama said that I'm gonna be a star. I'm marking that shit. Walking this bitch like I'm wrong with this shit. Watch him talk, get a motherfucking stalk in this shit. Bitch, I'm boss with this shit. Watch a march in a pit. Mama said that I'm gonna be a star. I'm marking that shit. I'm fucking getting this shit. Everybody flaking for clicks. That's how they get in the kicks. I'm fucking working for this. I'm enough for that, enough to pussy. Tell me how I should fit. I'm not the piece of your fucking puzzle. None of them like your list. Bitch, I'm a beat. Everybody that wanted to keep me from doing my thing. I keep on keeping on making my money. I'm breaking my shows and keep breaking the bank. I give her nothing, I made it to something. And now that I'm making it, you wanna hang. Bitch, I'm the enemy. You ain't a friend of me. Remember, you wanted me up in a bank. Bitch, what? Bitch, I'm black with this shit. Watch a march in a pit. Mama said that I'm gonna be a star. I'm marking that shit. Marking this bitch like I'm wrong with this shit. Watch him talk, get a motherfucking stalk in this shit. Bitch, I'm black with this shit. Watch a march in a pit. Mama said that I'm gonna be a star. I'm marking that shit. Walking this bitch like I'm wrong with this shit. Watch him talk, get a motherfucking stalk in this shit. Bitch, I'm black with this shit. Watch a march in a pit. Mama said that I'm gonna be a star. I'm marking that shit. Fuck with me, bitch, I'm a dog. I'm a fuck with me, bitch, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. Fuck with me, bitch, I'm a dog. I'm a fuck with me, bitch, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. Guys, along. I'm tired of feeling comatose. I've lost the me that I love most. I'm barely holding on to smoke. I'm barely holding on to smoke. I'm not addicted, but I'm not clean. Why do I do this to myself on repeat? So disconnected from my own reality. Am I man or machine? If I give, will you take? As I lie for the taste, I just fuck it up. Then to let it up. Through flesh and bone, I walk on.
Alright. Where is it? Where's the thing? Is that it? Fuck. There we go. Alright, I might just wait a little bit. Give a chance for a couple people to come in. So in the meantime, I'm gonna watch some reviews.
Tekken 7 carved an amazing legacy for itself as the undisputed king of 3D fighting games for the better part of a decade, but now it's time for the franchise to enter a new era, and Tekken 8 does just that and more. From the outset, it's clear that this bigger and bolder sequel is built to last, honoring the foundation of its predecessor while rejuvenating its unique and timeless fighting game formula. This current gaming generation has undoubtedly been a great era for fighting games, and the arrival of Tekken 8 shatters the
Oh
proverbial
shit,
glass
Devil
ceiling.
Jin.
It goes without saying
Devil
that the
Jin,
franchise
baby.
was due for a major graphical overhaul, and Tekken 8 is powered by the latest and best tech available. While we've seen some graphical heavy hitters in the fighting game genre in the last 5 years alone, they all pale in comparison to what the Unreal Engine has created here. It strikes a perfect balance between heavy graphical prowess and sheer artistic detail. Tekken 8 has never looked better than it does now, harking back to the early PlayStation days when the franchise set the benchmark for home console graphics. The graphic engine has breathed new life into every stage. The backgrounds are even busier and filled with details that are worth paying attention to, and the lighting effects in particular enhance the presentation to an ultra high definition level. The character models and their animations are fluid in their detail, with a particular focus on texture mapping, making the outfits look realistic. In short, this is a great showpiece for your gaming hardware of choice. It's the kind of graphics that can impress all your friends to justify all that money that you spend on the hardware that you play. A strong element of the
Great.
franchise's identity is in its music. Each game in the series has been bold and experimental in its sound design and approach, and Tekken 8 is no exception. From jazz-infused piano orchestras to hard rock ballads to lo-fi tempos, this is a rich and varied musical score that will be worth picking up on vinyl down the road if you want. The music seamlessly integrates into the stages and their visual themes, creating powerful emotions for the fight sequences and story elements, even making the menus feel classy. The soundtrack simply enhances the sublime presentation of this package to the point that the game will have you hooked from the title screen. Looking back at the life of Tekken 7, Tekken 8 will likely quadruple in size over the course of the next decade or so, but at launch, this is a hefty package. The initial 32 characters featuring returning fan favorites and newcomers, with the canonical return of Jun Kazuma being the most notable. Her fighting style is a welcome return to the main series, and her role in the game's story mode is even more intriguing. Also, the mysterious newcomer Rina has a spooky, familiar fighting style that hints at a major involvement in the game's ever-expanding lore. The complicated lore of Tekken has been both a running joke and a compelling trait of the franchise. Yet those of us who grew up with these games can't help but feel invested in the epic Mishima family saga, thanks to quite a turn in the previous game when Mishima finally bested his own father in a fight to the finish, and this time he looks to settle the score with his own son, Jin Kazuma. The game's storyline is largely built around the final battle between father and son, tying up several loose threads while also adding new layers to the plot. The main story, titled Dark Awakens, follows the story of Jin Kazuma as he embarks on an existential journey in the preparation to battle his father, Kazuya Mishima. The cinematic
Oh. Let me do a quick BRB.
Fuck with me, bitch, I'ma go, bitch, I'ma go, fuck with me, bitch, I'ma go, bitch, I'ma go, fuck with me, bitch, I'ma go, bitch, I'ma go, fuck with me, bitch, I'ma go. Walking this bitch like I'm wrong with this shit. Watch him drunk in a motherfucking stalk in this shit. Bitch, I'm boss with this shit. Watch him march in a pit. Mama said that I'm the biggest star of mark in this shit. On the rap top of the head, get ready, make it, I'ma make it to my payday. Think about the winning, I'ma get it, I'ma win it, every motherfucker wanna do it till I'm okay. Got plays, but you play, you with no name. No place in the game, you a cold case. Get up in the way, a motherfucker really wanna be the one to do it every day. You wanna chase fame. He a stone cold killer. Oversaturated, everybody just fill up. Fuck with me, bitch, I'ma go Godzilla. Put the barrel to my chest.
Alright. Back to the
cinematic
trailer.
presentation is epic, with other characters joining the fray. There's a great deal of gameplay variety here, featuring epic boss encounters and even quick-time events. It manages to experiment with some surprising gameplay styles that go beyond one-on-one fighting before leading into the epic final battle. As crazy as the story can be, for the most part, longtime fans will likely find themselves emotionally invested, and honestly, the ending is perhaps the most satisfying conclusion they could have come up with. If the main story wasn't enough, there are individual character story episodes too, with each having their own cinematic ending, similar to the classic Tekken games. The single-player lifespan of the game is expanded further thanks to the arcade quest mode, as players take custom avatars on an adventure of sorts where they travel between arcades to fight a variety of opponents in tournaments. It can feel a little bit grindy, but it's a great way to earn in-game currency and unlock costume parts. Plus, the mode offers extensive training in the basics as well as advanced combo strategies. Aside from the usual single-player offerings, the game also marks the return of Tekken Ball, a unique and fun spin on volleyball which first appeared in Tekken 3. In short, all of the essential single-player content is intact, and most of it is designed to train the player in the game's fighting system. The training mode is far more comprehensive than ever before, as it focuses on character-specific strategies strategies, while the other single-player modes offer a more hands-on experience. Modes like Ghost Battle are designed to help players chart their own growth. The gameplay of Tekken 7 was undoubtedly as close to perfect as any Tekken game could have ever hoped to be, and diehard fans of that game will feel right at home with Tekken 8. While this latest installment may retain the strong fundamentals, it does drastically change up the emphasis of flow. Aggression is the predominant factor in this revamped fighting system, with even defensive tactics placing a stronger emphasis on aggressive parries and heavy counterattacks. The heat and range system are designed for epic comebacks, with the former allowing players to turn the tide of battle early on, while the latter allows for a desperation Hail Mary to stay in the battle. More than ever, extravagant special moves have taken centered stage, allowing for the ebb and flow of the matchup to shift unexpectedly. Each of the 32 characters offers an ocean of skills and techniques to master, whether it's the grapple-intensive style of King or the more counter-heavy style of Asuka. There's a variety of fighting styles here to learn and master. Following the trend of other recent fighting games, Tekken 8 does offer a simplified control scheme where novice players can execute preset combos with less complicated inputs than before. The inclusion of simplified controls has been a touchy and controversial topic, but similar to other fighting games that have enabled this, it doesn't hurt the balance of gameplay. Tekken has long ceased to be a button-mashing affair, so skilled veterans will always be rewarded with careful and precise execution. Regardless of expertise, what matters most is that Tekken 8 is the most fun anyone can imagine having with an epic 3D fighting game. Whether playing casually or competitively, this is a game that looks great and is always a blast to play. It transports us back to an era when people would flock to the Flash's 3D fighting games, and the gameplay alone is worth hours of playtime. Additionally, there are so many modes and features that provide different contexts, all of which are entertaining in their own right. Whether it's a dramatic story battle sequence, a tough test against the AI in arcade mode, or even a silly round of Tekken Ball, Tekken 8 offers something for everyone. With this wealth of gameplay content and opportunities to master, the online multiplayer offers the ultimate battleground and will likely remain densely populated for years to come. The cross-platform play goes off without a hitch with rollback netcode, all presently lavished with an interactive virtual lobby and plenty of tournaments on the horizon. It will no doubt be a thriving tournament space to complete the esports scene. In conclusion, Tekken 8 is a masterpiece of a video game. Whether you're a fighting game enthusiast or not, it's a title that belongs in every gamer's library, irrespective of skill or genre preference. Tekken games have always been about the thrill of combat and discovery, with a memorable graphical and musical presentation and a larger-than-life story mode featuring some of the most iconic characters. Tekken 8 is the kind of game designed for heavy mileage, a game that's easy to come back to time and time again for years to come. Noisy Pixel is giving Tekken 8 a 10.
Damn.
10. Thanks for watching.
A whole 10? That's crazy. Okay, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Fuck it. I've been waiting forever for this. At least we know for sure he's gonna be in the game though. Alright, let's see what happens with Devil Jin.
Peggy 16.
Alright. What do we got here? Black Wings. Whoa.
New challenger! Double D!
Yeah, my rock. Whoa. Okay, that's new. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're doing things. Lasers. Laser baby. Mm. Double electric. This. Oh, that's new. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That looked crazy. Damn. What's that new wild standing kick? Yeah, he's poor Jin. I mean, Jun. All right. Yeah, that was flashy. That was flashy. I like it. I need to watch that over though.
Ready for the next battle.
Black Wings of Ruin. Okay, didn't expect that.
Section 8. New challenger. Double D.
Okay, so he does up back 2 into down back 1+2. And this guard break is completely new. While standing 4. Oh, he has a new while standing 4-4? Oh shit, yo, I like that. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like it. I hope it's the same plus frames. I hope we gain plus frames there. That's new. Some transition into a fly, into a free follow up. Hell sweet. Laser. Scorpion. Get over here. That was kind of basic. Electric, electric. Heat boost. Wild standing 3. Into a stomp. Fly into a stomp. Ooh. And it was a combo extender. And then what? That was like a new move or something. Whoa, what is that? What is that? It might be an unblockable throw or something. Wait, that can't be guaranteed. The rage out's pretty sick, not gonna lie. So it's safe to say Double Jin definitely got more flashy. We know he has a new fly stance. And he has that new move that looks like Scorpion. Get over here. There's more lasers this time. The new while standing 4-4, that is pretty cool. I hope we get plus frames when it hits. Yeah, so it's pretty solid. I like it. Definitely can't wait to try out Devil Jin. He's gonna be the main character I'm gonna be playing.
What's up, guys? Here we go. The final gameplay reveal trailer. Devil Jin, they saved the best character for last, of course, Majin Obama. But here we go. It's exciting. Game comes out tomorrow afternoon. We're about 36 hours away or less at this point, so the game is basically upon us.
Get ready for the next battle.
I gotta turn the volume down.
I should probably get to bed early.
I hate that laugh. He still looked good though. Whoa, guard break without heat? What in the hell was that new tsunami kick entered? God, these damn trailers are always so sick. Hell sweep lasers, fly thing. I mean, we've seen a lot of this stuff from the story mode trailer. I feel like Sidestep 2's still there. That was a regular floor break, and this is not an infinite.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yes. I just got done watching it, so now I'm watching Rip react it. Devil Jin's my favorite character in Tekken. I've been a Devil Jin fanboy for like a long time now. I like them edgy. That's how I roll, so yeah. Good times, good times. I was definitely scared that he would not be in the game though. Since Jin has a stance that has a lot of his moves. A lot of his key moves. So yeah, I was sweating bullets for a little bit there. But thankfully we know he's gonna be in the game.
Don't be consumed by the power, Jin! Oh, that's a sick little character interaction between them. No, mom. Double hell sweep, heat burst with the leg? What the hell was that foot stomp thing?
Yeah, that stomp's new.
Wait, what?
I don't know what's happening here, but it looks
Wait,
really
what?
cool. Like is this like an unblockable throw or something? God damn, that's like that's like some Darth Vader type shit. I love
The
it.
entire sequence back. Up forward 4 is a heat engager, huh? Oh, cool. That was a heat unique move too. What is that knee? Was that
Yeah,
guaranteed after
that
it?
knee is new as well.
Boom! His laugh, dude.
Tomorrow is gonna be a big day for me.
His laugh.
So I was thinking maybe go to bed early. I'm gonna probably try to sleep as much as possible.
Remember it being in the past. But there he is, Devil Jin. I know there's a lot of Devil Jin fans out. This says less 20 seconds to go. What are they gonna do for 20 more seconds?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to sleep as much as possible and prepare for the evening.
PlayStation.
Hopefully I'll get the code maybe a couple hours before the game drops.
Electrified figure. Get the collector's edition right now. You already know it. Yep. Okay. Let's jump back. Let's take a look. There's a lot of stuff here.
How are you doing though, Gooms? Are you all prepared and excited? Are you gonna play for like 10 hours straight?
Half and drop the volume even more. So we don't hear the slow-mo sounds too crazy.
How did you order the game?
Full guard break now, and it does chip. Whoa, what was that string? Was that 112?
Me in for the 10-hour haul.
112. Whoa, newly animated 112? Flash punch combo. Unless it's some kind of new animation like one forward one or something. All standing 4-4. Whoa, funky animation.
on instant
And
gaming.
look, the way this looks, honestly, it looks like a
My friend says he's gonna get the code for me from CD Keys. So I'm not sure what's their policy. I think it happens either a couple hours before or a couple hours after. First, I'm just gonna go on arcade quests, try some stuff out, lab, and then go in rank. I'm going straight into practice mode. I need to make sure the frame, I need to make sure I have everything recorded, what changed. Yeah, so I need to see all the changes with my main characters, and then check out the new characters. And then slowly start forming an opinion on how the game feels. Like how the heat system goes. Instant Gaming says they can't guarantee it. Yeah, that seems to be what's going on right now. All the gray market area sellers, they don't seem to be able to guarantee the pre-order time frame.
I think this video is brought to you.
I was watching some reviews too. MK1, the worst news ever, has players angry. Wait, what? Game Informer. Wait, what? Oh, I was not gonna say. Digital Foundry was, if they had a review, that would have been crazy. That would have been a must watch. Which controller you should use in Tekken 8? Interesting. Alright, let me hear what they have to say.
Tekken 8 is going to be a huge success for the series, and it's going to usher in a whole new generation of Tekken players. With all these new players playing Tekken for the first time, there's going to be a lot of questions going around. And one of the biggest questions new players have coming into Tekken, or any fighting game really, is what controller should they use? This can be very intimidating for new players, as everyone seems to have a different opinion on what controller you should use, and a lot of new players actually think you need to invest in a fight stick to succeed. And while that obviously isn't true, there still seems to be a lot of confusion among new players. So I thought I'd clear it all up with this video. Today I'll be going over the 3 main controller types people use in Tekken 8, and any other fighting game really. I'll be stating multiple pros and cons, and some tips and tricks, and just general information that'll get you started. So, let's start with the most popular controller option, and that is the pad. So, the pad.
Yeah.
This can be just a standard PlayStation or Xbox controller, or a more specific controller made specifically for fighting games. But the general idea is the same on all of them. On the pad, people generally use the D-pad, not the analog stick, and have access to face buttons and shoulder buttons. The pad is generally considered to be the most comfortable option for play, and it makes sense, right? These controllers are designed by billion-dollar companies to make for the most enjoyable gaming experience possible, and you're most likely already familiar with one of these controllers. They're very light and are easily the most portable option, whether you're taking it to a friend's house or traveling to tournaments with it. It's very convenient. Tekken is a 4-button fighter, and these controllers generally have 4 face buttons, so it works very nicely if you use the standard Tekken control scheme. I know some players like having the 4 buttons all being next to each other in a line, and if that's you, you're probably going to be out of luck here. We generally have 2 triggers on the left and right of the controller, which gives you some space for button mapping. I think in Tekken 8 the default to do a heat burst is the right trigger, but you can of course change that and others to whatever you want. If you struggle to press 1+4 or 2+3 like I do, then you can map these combinations out to one of the 4 triggers.
That's a good suggestion.
Here. Now, if you want more than 4 binds, you're going to have to look at other options as well. Some pads are made specifically for fighting games, and these have extra face buttons, so you can look into that if you're interested. The D-pad allows for pretty easy and fast inputs, but you are limited to the speed of your thumb, which can be difficult if you play certain characters. Like, I don't know how some of you guys play Mishimo's on pad. And this brings us to the pad's main con, which is durability. I've played a lot of fighting games, and it's generally just an accepted truth that you are going to go through a lot of controllers if you're a competitive player, especially if you play high execution characters. Most of these controllers were not designed for wave dash and 6 electric combos, and tons of people are way more aggressive with their controller than they realize. I can say for me personally, I've worn out a PS4 controller through playing Geese in Tekken 7, so I can only imagine what it's like for people who played more complicated characters like Akuma and Kazuya. I wouldn't worry too much about this unless you know you'll be labbing high execution stuff and playing super competitively, but it's definitely worth noting, and it's the main setback of the pad, I think. Anyway, let's move on. The second controller type we're going to be talking about is another one that intimidates a lot of people. A lot of people don't really know anything about it, but it's reserved for PC players unless you get an adapter, and that is, of course, the keyboard. The keyboard is a staple of PC gaming and offers an unconventional but increasingly popular style of play. Its advantage lies in the precision of digital inputs, which when it comes to execution is unmatched. It doesn't matter how fast your thumb is, you will never beat a good Mishima player in execution if they're playing on keyboard. In addition to this, the nature of using keyboard for inputs means you have access to a ton of options that are literally impossible on other controller methods, like holding forward and back at the same time, or sidestepping while crouching. The execution benefits are just insane on keyboard, and this is why a ton of people consider this play method the best and the easiest. Digital inputs are really just insane. The keyboard also allows for an incredible level of customization, as you have way more buttons than any other controller. You literally have 104 keys if you're using a standard keyboard, so you can map every possible button combination and still have tons of keys to spare. So, what's the catch? Keyboard is basically exclusively for PC players, and essentially locks you out of going to most tournaments. Keyboard play isn't supported by default for the console versions of these games, and while I hear there are some adapters that could work, they're very expensive and don't even work all the time from what I've heard. And even if they did, it's a lot of hassle. If you're interested in competing in tournaments, you likely won't be able to use your keyboard, as almost all Tekken 8 tournaments are going to be held on console, and even if they weren't, it's not very practical to go around with the keyboard and play from it on your lap. It just wasn't designed for that. But if you like the digital inputs for directions, there are other options available, specifically the hitbox. This is basically a keyboard with bigger buttons, but it functions almost exactly the same and has the same benefits, and it'll work on console. Now there's actually a lot of debate about this controller, as a large part of the community blatantly thinks it gives you an unfair advantage, and there's even been talks of banning the controller in tournament play. I'm going to save talking about this for a future video though. Just know the keyboard and hitbox have some big benefits. And finally, let's talk about the option that's seen the most in pro play, and that is the fight stick, also known as the arcade stick. Now, the fight stick is often thought to be the best control method by newcomers to fighting games, as they see that a huge amount of professionals use this option. And this is simply untrue. The fight stick is just popular in veteran players, as that's what they're most comfortable with. A lot of these players grew up playing at arcades, and just feel that fighting games aren't the same without that feeling. The fight stick features multiple big buttons which feel great to press and allows a lot of room to map inputs, and the lever allows for some very easy inputs like quarter circle and whatnot. I know a lot of people struggle to do inputs on pad, but it's definitely a lot easier to do on a lever once you get used to it. These fight sticks are very customizable and moddable, so you have a lot of options in terms of lever types and button types. There's a couple downsides to these, however. Number one is the price. They're very expensive, like triple the cost of a standard pad. And they also have the highest learning curve out of any control option. Unlike on the keyboard and the controller, you have to get used to finding the exact place the lever needs to go to find a certain directional inputs. It took me weeks to get down-back inputs on my stick without looking at the controller, and that's very important to note. You'll have to invest a lot of time, probably months or maybe even more, to feel fully comfortable with this controller for the first time. And this is just my personal experience, but I know so many people, including myself, who've been excited to learn a fighting game and impulsively buys a fight stick, just to realize how much work it is and then stop using it and let it collect dust. This isn't to say it's a bad control option. Like the rest, it has its pros and its cons, but it's definitely the one that requires the most investment, in both time and money. But hey, if you think it looks cool and want to learn it, don't let me or anyone else stop you. Go for it. And yeah, those are the three main controller methods for Tekken. And any
I'm barely staying
I'm
awake
planning
right
on
now,
making
so
individual
I'm not
videos
gonna
with some
torture
more
myself
in-depth
anymore.
tips for each controller.
I'm gonna call it early, try and get as much rest as possible, and hopefully we'll be doing a longish stream-ish tomorrow. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm all for tonight. Yeah, Devil Jin was cool. Devil Jin was flashy. But yeah, I'm out. Y'all be good. Tomorrow we can get some long Tekken gaming. Yes. Tomorrow is the unofficial release. So yeah, hopefully it goes good. Alright, have a good one, Grooms. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. But yeah, take care. I'm out.